Okay, so this is the third design, the newest design that you sent me. And I'm going to zoom in on this because I want to show you something. Is that going to rectify for me? Yes, it is. Very, very nice. Please rectify for me. All right, let me go out a little bit. 2 stops out how to do it. So this is the third design that you sent me. Now, as you can tell, the difference between the spaces here and the spaces here, what we really have is a halfway design. This design is unfeasible. And the reason why is, let me check my visual here. Let me see where my pencil is. If you imagine that really what we're talking is less, probably a little bit less than a 1/4 inch here. When you have a piece of glass, let me check my visual again. Let me check here. Okay, this is what I want. When you have a piece of glass that you're cutting for bevels, all right, so this is my piece of glass. So what I need to do with this piece of glass, oh, that's a terrible square. What I need to do with this piece of glass is I need to assume that there's going to be a 1/4 circle here, a 1/4 circle here, a 1/4 circle here, and a 1/4 circle here. Here. And so when I go to cut this, I'm cutting off pieces of glass. I cut this piece off, then I cut a piece here. So now I've got this shape. Now when I go to cut this shape out, I cut these pieces off, and now I have this shape. But while I'm removing this next piece of glass, this is so skinny that really what happens is this. And now I've lost this piece of glass. That piece of glass is worthless now. The skinnier you make this, the more impossible it becomes to create this piece of glass. This tiny stop just doesn't work. So really what we're talking about for this window is we're really talking about either this or this for this window. So I just wanted to be clear with you. I mean, you know, in the big picture, I could spend hours and hours and hours trashing glass and trying to cut them. And, you know, each rondel has a little bit of a different shape. And, you know, you're sort of dealing with that. And is this point going to be closer than this point? So really, it's just easier to rectify it out and really give yourself room to play with. And you know, like this is plenty of room to play with, which is great. And the stars are so incredibly lovely, just as space keepers, as you have in the original design, that I really think this is the way to go. So I just wanted to explain that to you. I'm going to go ahead and send these off to you and get your proposal together.